So, in trying to get some stuff for another video, which will be coming, hopefully if this gets put up in the right order, I fell down the rabbit hole of Monster Munch. So, originally, it came out 77 from Smith's, which was a crisp company. Well, chip company, however you want to describe it. They produced them, and they were sort of always based on the sort of these monster sort of characters. Apparently the original title was the Prime Monster, because it was a play on the Prime Minister. But there was also a club thing for children, so you'd get a membership pack with like a card, a pen, books, an audio tape, you know, cassettes. They used to be a thing, although they sort of are coming back to some extent. So they started off apparently with roast beef, then pickled onion was added a few years later, and then saucy. Over the while, some of the flavours changed, so in the 80s run through to the mid-90s, roast beef stayed as it was, but blue went from saucy to sizzling bacon, then to salt and vinegar. Then the yellow monster went from pickled onion to cheese and onion, to then saucy. And then giant prawn, which was the orange one, which I guess is basically prawn cocktail, became pickled onion. When Walkers took over, they redesigned some of the monsters and some of the flavours. So we had the pink purple monster as beef burger, spicy, and then going to roast beef, which is weird how like roast beef was like the founding flavour and they sort of got rid of it. Then the blue yellow monster was spaghetti sauce that became cheesy. Then there was the red monster, which was flaming hot, and then the orange monster, which was pickled onion. Then they properly relaunched it, except this time returning to pretty much the original flavours. The pink monster representing roast beef, the yellow monster representing pickled onion, and the blue monster representing flaming hot. I always thought the blue one with the flaming hot was the original flavour, mainly because it was the one that got discontinued. And I could only get, probably about 10 years ago, I remember going to sort of a cash and carry wholesaler and getting a big sort of cardboard box with 48 of them. And they lasted, I think we had to get a couple of boxes, because I think the first box I ate probably way too quickly over a number of weeks, rather than, you know, gradually stagger it out. But turns out there was a offer on to buy crisps, chips, whatever you want to call. There was a multi-buy offer, so in order to get the one that I needed from previous, or for an upcoming video, I should say, it just so happened that there was 2 slots left. So I went, okay, I know what the flaming hot's like. Let's try the actual original flavours. So we might as well go in the chronological order. So here is the Pink Beast, and here is the Monster Munch. What are the size of the bags? 22 grams. So in that respect, it's pretty good. I remember, I think it's Quavers. I bought some Quavers and I'm trying to think why. That's annoying me. It might have been Quavers that I bought, and as I say, I can't remember why. Oh, that's why. Yeah, there's other Quavers ones. I completely forgot about that one, even though it's like... Anyway. The Quavers are like really relatively light bags. It's only like 16 grams, but I think that's because of the nature of them. The Monster Munch, at least these are the sort of, let's say, kid-size sharing bags. So the big thing about these that gained a bit of controversy is when Walkers took them over and changed all the flavours of the packaging and then realised, oh wait, should probably just go back to what we did. The size of the things changed. It actually got smaller, which some people obviously weren't happy about, because the whole idea of Monster Munch is it was big to munch on. You know, they were relatively small crisps. They're probably bigger in like share bags, but that is what we have. Some people say it's supposed to be a paw, like of a monster. Other people say it's supposed to be like one of the monsters. I think it was the yellow monster. Which ironically, I don't think. Yeah, I see the green monster, I see the pink monster, and the red or the blue monster for the flaming heart. But it certainly sort of to some people it resembles the eye with the eyelash on it, but I'd say it's more of a sort of generic monster paw. So, roast beef. Well, it tastes right. A big thing about these is they're always considered crisps, but actually they're corn snacks. Made from maize and whatever, so some would argue that they're not crisps, but of course they're on the crisp aisle, so I always treated it as sort of this crisps and snack sort of thing. One thing I do like as a touch, also to show in a rare instance these are actually in date, I do like the fact that on the date it does say autofocus. Please. It was literally there for a second. Autofocus. Autofocus. There we go. Monsters are here forever, but this snack is best before July. I like that little touch. Not too bad a flavour. Then, of course, having roast beef crisps from time to time. It's a flavour I should be used to. On the other hand, we have the other flavour. If you remember, that obviously is the Pickled. Helps if I move the right hand. pickled onion. This will be alien to me because I've like gone, why would I want pickled onion? The added twist is a lot of people like these. In Richard Osman on his Twitter thing, when he did the World Cup of crisps, it got through to the quarter-final stage, losing out to the eventual winner Frizzles, which is like fake bacon. But then when they redid it again in 2016, the last time it was done, Frazzles got narrowly knocked out in the quarterfinals by Quavers, and coming in sort of out of nowhere was Monster Munch pickled onion flavour. Which was interesting. Narrowly beating Whatsits, that narrowly lost in the final of a 2012 edition as well, so always the runner-up and everything. It certainly smells like pickled onion, that sort of vinegary but oniony taste, or scent I should say. Again, same style. I know with some of these they did have originally like different designs, but they all just seem to be the generic paw print at the minute. So we'll see. This could be interesting. Well, I certainly like the vinegar. The onioniness, though, it's odd. I guess I'm conflicted. It's still good. It's just, having had sort of the regular flavours of chips or crisps, however you want to call them, in salt and vinegar and cheese and onion, you're basically taking some of the constituent elements of both and putting them together. Because obviously in order to pickle an onion, you need to dunk it and let it pickle in the vinegar. So the flavour of the vinegar, I'm okay with. It's only then with the aftertaste. That the onion comes in with a different sort of sharpness. Which seems to, like, you know, be at conflict. So I guess I expect just the vinegarness and then saltiness, or the onion to have sort of a cheesy flavour before you get to it. So it's like crossing them round and sort of thing. As usual as well. Usual. Words are hard. We'll take a relatively small one actually. And we'll add on a roast beef to combine them for 2/3 of the ultimate Monster Munch. That's interesting. Eating both at the same time, it doesn't have any flavour. It's just corn. They single each other out. Great success. So yes. In retrospect now, all three flavours of the Monster Munch are pretty good. As long as they're the right price, as long as they're sort of in an offer, like a multi-buy for 6 packs, I'd say they're not too bad. You're obviously not getting as much as you might do with a bag of crisps. Although that being said, I don't know how heavy the multi-pack bags of crisps are. So I might have to, yeah. Will I look into that? Probably not. But as a snack, they're pretty good. I now probably regret not having as much Monster Munch as I could have had at like the kids' parties, where they had it there as an option to snack on, rather than just regular crisps or salt and vinegar French fries or ready salted French fries. That's another one. The whole French fries thing, because apparently all I can get at the minute is ready salted, whereas the one that I really liked back in the day was salt and vinegar, which is still around, but you have to hunt for it, sort of thing. So yeah, I'll be continuing down it. I've got some What's It stuff coming, as well as some Quavers, because Quavers have got some 2021 new flavours, and What's It's have got, I guess, maybe 2021, might be more likely 2020 size change. So we're going to look at that, see whether it compares. All sorts of other stuff as well. Gaming stuff should be coming up, either on the channel already or coming up. There'll be a preview to the BAFTA Video Game Awards, and hopefully live in-camera reactions like this, because I don't want to get done for sort of copyright or anything in terms of the game footage from the BAFTA Video Game Awards, but I'll probably try and live react to the announcements, you know, in terms of the big games, and whether one big game that is very divisive among fans of it and gaming itself, whether it will come out on top. I'll explain more in that. We have the award stuff. Critics' Choice, Oscars, Golden Globes, Guild Awards, Independent Spirits, BAFTAs. All content either there or set to be coming up, depending on when you watch this video. So keep an eye out for all that. Owen has his Sip and Snacks and Voices of Liberty vids on the channel. AJ with his movie reviews and versus wrestling stuff at some point again. So yeah, if you liked me adequately liking Monster Munch, hit the like button and whatever. Helps out the channel somehow. I don't know how well that works. And I think with that, I'll end this video, which went surprisingly long considering it was just like a couple of bags. I'll see you on the next one.